Hey everybody, it's your favorite realtors here, Leo.
Irma.
And we are the Realest
Realtors.
Realtors! I love how we got a little bit more song in there every time.
It's going to turn into a musical.
I'd watch it. I really would.
Yeah,
I really would.
On repeat.
So what are we going to talk about today?
So today we're going to talk about the process. So once you have your offer accepted, through to closing.
So contract to close.
There you
Let's
go.
talk about it. So now, offers accepted.
Congrats.
You go, yes, congratulations. We did our job. You're welcome.
Yeah, wow, got it.
Now what you are going to start off with is attorney review. Now attorney review is 3 days legally, in which time you can rescind your offer. And it happens sometimes. Sometimes people get cold feet, something unexpected happens. There's a ton of different cases for that.
Yeah.
But during this time, the lawyers are trying to communicate with one another to settle some contractual provisions. And I always laugh because we write out these offer letters and then they tear them apart.
Yeah. So I mean, it's in your best interest to get a great real estate attorney.
Yes.
We have recommendations.
We do.
If you're working with us, you can always choose your own, but just remember whoever you choose has to be good and quick, because literally if they can't communicate, then you need someone that can communicate, be effective, and be strong.
Yeah. And also during this 3 days, during attorney review, the seller is still legally available to show the property and accept another offer, which is the worst feeling, because now you've got your offer accepted, but you're in attorney review and you think you're golden. And then somebody swoops in and steals the property from you.
And this happens. So you really want an attorney that's going to be, like I said, communicative, responsive, and on the ball.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're looking over the contract to make sure that everything in it is in your best interest. They negotiate with the other attorneys, and then once they both sign off, we're officially under contract.
Congratulations again.
Yes.
Now the property is yours, right?
Well, almost. So once you're under contract, I usually, like the day before or a couple of days before, while we're in attorney review, I'll send you an email with recommended inspectors, because you want to set up your inspections for as soon as you're done with attorney review.
Correct.
There are lots of inspections that you can do. Generally, you want to definitely do the general home inspection with the with an oil tank sweep, termites, and what is it, radon, right?
Yeah. And the regular inspector will do the radon for you. He'll also let you know if you need a level 2 for chimneys or termites.
Yeah.
The other thing that you might want to think about doing is the lines.
Sewer lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's becoming more and more of an issue with older homes, that the lines have either trees or they've collapsed over time and nobody's ever looked into them.
Yeah, and anything sewer related from the house to the street is the homeowner's responsibility. So that could be a pretty expensive issue if you've got something growing in your sewer line.
Yeah, absolutely.
So those are all the recommended ones. We'll of course sit down and talk you over it and figure out what's appropriate for the property that you're buying, because obviously if you're going to be buying a townhouse or a condo, you're going to be needing a little bit of different things.
Correct. And if you're out west, you're going to have septic, well.
Exactly. Or if it's a brand new construction, you know, you don't always need all of these. So we'll evaluate.
Correct.
Once you do your inspections.
Now I'm golden.
No, stop. You're getting ahead of yourself. So now, what you do is you write up your, along with your attorney, you write up an inspection letter of like what issues came up, if there's anything that you want repaired, or if you want credit for something. And then the attorneys go through and hash that out as well.
Yeah. So, and we'll have that conversation with you. We'll be at the inspection. And then we go through the inspection report with you. A lot of the times we try to tell them you're not going to get everything. If you're not buying a brand new house, it's not a brand new house.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out the items that are most important to you, because the last thing you want to do is to get all this way to just then scare off the seller because you're asking for everything under the moon.
Yeah, and this is also part of the whole looking for the houses thing. So when you're out shopping with us as your agents, you know, we're looking at what is the condition of the HVAC system, how does the roof look, you know, that way when you're making your offer, you have a better informed decision.
And
right?
you're going to price it, you're going to put it in your offer based upon the things that you see.
Exactly.
Right?
But then of course it's still contingent on actual home inspection.
Right.
Around this time too, deposits are usually due.
Yeah.
So with this, we'll coordinate with your attorney and the other side to get your deposit money into escrow. I know, it's a lot.
And we walk you through every part of this, but this is just an overview of kind of what happens. Okay, so now...
Home inspection's done. We've negotiated everything.
Now I'm golden.
No, dude. So what is next? Right now
Appraisal.
we're waiting for the appraisal. Very important.
This could be another tricky part.
Yeah.
So if the house is priced right and what our offer went in for, we shouldn't have an issue. Sometimes houses go well over, and that's a conversation we could definitely have if that's the case. But we would be pulling comps if we're on the buying side to show why this house is worth X amount.
So basically the bank is going to send someone to figure out what the house is worth. The appraisal is what the bank thinks it's worth. And so, for instance, say you buy a house for $300,000 and the bank thinks it's only worth $290,000. You know, they do their appraisal, they say it's only worth $290,000. Then they're only going to give you a mortgage for $290,000 for what they think it's worth. If you appraise over what you're purchasing, then you have no problem.
Yeah, you have instant equity.
If you appraise under, then you have to negotiate, well, either we drop the selling price or we do some sort of credit, or if the seller is not willing to help you at all, then you have to come up with the difference. Again, it's a case-by-case basis. This doesn't always happen. Usually, if we've done everything right up until this point, it's usually fine.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Once it's appraised and you work all of that out, then we're waiting for the mortgage commitment.
Yeah. The mortgage commitment basically means that they've gotten all your paperwork, which they're going to probably ask you for 4 or 5 times.
Over and
This
over
is
again.
usually when you want to pull your hair out because you're just like, I sent this to you a month ago.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is it's just a tedious process.
Yeah, they have to make sure that nothing major has happened
Correct.
with your credit in between the time that you applied for your application.
Don't buy a car.
Yeah.
Don't go on a spending spree.
You gotta be
Don't
conservative.
hurt your credit in any sort of way during this time. You want to be on your up and up because this is ultimately going to affect your rate at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Now,
so then you got your mortgage commitment.
we got our commitment, we got our appraisal, right? Now we're scheduling close.
Yeah, so then we're waiting for the clear to close.
Correct, from the title company. So the title company is going to do a search on the property to see if there's any liens or anything on the property that need to be discussed because you want a clean title on the house.
Yeah.
Once that's all done and we have the commitment and we've agreed on all inspections and pricing and everything else, now we're clear to close.
Now we're clear to close. You usually get something called a closing disclosure.
Yeah.
It'll basically give you the breakdown of everything, all the money that you have to bring to the table, and then you basically have to go out, get your escrow, your checks, and bring them to the closing table. Then you spend about, I'm going to say a good half hour signing a ton of paperwork.
Oh, easy.
And then you're done.
You're done.
That's
Yay!
when you own your house.
And we're the best realtors ever.
And we throw a party.
That's right.
At the bar. No, just kidding.
At your house. That's the bar. Well, thank you for listening to us today. If you have any questions, our information will be on the end of this video. Have a great day, guys.
Bye.